Hey guys. All right, so we're live. I am in my bedroom. See mom and dad's picture on the wall. My hair looks like crap, but I might brush my hair. I don't know. So, it feels like we've had a lot going on. My throat is all messed up. I almost choked on my cranberry sauce I'm eating. And it was homemade cranberry sauce that I made at Chloe's yesterday. It was really, really good. It was just 2 bags of cranberries, orange juice. Last time I think I used lemon juice. Next time I think I might use a little bit more sugar, but I'm gonna have to bring my raw cane sugar because I forgot to bring it, and all she had was white sugar. So it was really good though. Okay, so well, we have a lot to cover. I know there's no one in the house, but I know a lot of you guys will watch it on the replay. Sorry, I'm eating my cranberry sauce. 2 bags of cranberry sauce, sugar. I forgot the cinnamon in it. Hmm. I knew I was forgetting something. It still turned out really good though, and so much healthier than store bought. Well, eh, aside of the white sugar, which wasn't great, but what can I say? You know what? No, I don't want to put that in there. Anyway, all right. So let me see if I can get a chat going. Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope everybody's doing well. We've had so much going on here on Faith First. Here at Faith First Farm and Homestead. And I'm very glad to be sharing it with you guys. Yeah, I've had some issues with being, I was having a lot of emotional stuff going on. I've had quite a few points where I have been very emotional because of my mom and dad. Um, this time of the year is very difficult for me because my family were very close, and stupid spam phone calls. Anyway, me and my family were very close, and losing most of my family members, it's taken a toll. It really has. Trying to get it down to where it's showing more of me, and it just wants to show my head. Um, but you know, I've kind of come to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm trying to get my brush. I'm literally upstairs in my room with our heater on, under our blankets. My back is killing me because of working in the garden earlier. I am going to do this with my hair down. And you guys are just going to watch me brush my hair, which is fine. Chloe let me use her shower yesterday because we don't have a shower. So I did. I do like my hair once I get it brushed down. I might try to start going with my hair down. I don't know. Elaine thinks I should do something different with my hair, but my hair poofs out so much. I don't want to get it cut short. And even though I pull my hair back all the time, I hate short hair. I don't like it. So, anyway. So, what are we going to talk about this week? All right, so I do have a lot to share with you guys about Faith First. Just things that we've been doing. We're working out in our garden, as I said. I want to show you guys some pictures of that. I do want to bring up some videos and stuff that covering topics that I've been following. Go down to my subscriptions here. And then go to full spectrum. And I gotta find, okay, this one. He's talking about
the videos that you are about to see.
I think this is just some of the stuff he was talking about in the beginning of this.
As we start to see the calls for insurrection, the calls for sedition, the calls for the U.S. military to defy the orders of the commander-in-chief.
I've compared myself to other people. I've gotten angry. I've been jealous.
Sorry.
It is a vision that was meant to happen.
I hit the wrong button. Sorry, you guys.
Told the Democratic Party to make these moves and calling for basically a civil war to break out in the country.
I've been jealous.
And a military coup to take place. You go ahead and watch these. Let's see what happens together.
Those Democrats that put out that video telling service members to defy lawful orders are actually committing a military coup within our military. Now, think about this. They would not pay you during the government shutdown, but yet they want you to risk everything for their political agenda. Do not fall for it.
Now that man wearing
hopefully you guys can hear this.
Remembering a time of our country's past, he is telling the truth. The Democrat or the left side of government was the group that refused to pay the military during the government.
Thank you to the new subscribers.
Now they want the military to risk not just
appreciate you guys,
money, but the servicemen and women of our great country to risk their lives by defying the orders of their commander-in-chief.
Yes, I have my Christmas shirt on.
Some new rules expected to start next month. Now these changes.
We have Christmas lights up in here.
Shut down.
Colleen and Michael, these changes are coming after President Trump signed a new tax and spending bill into law back in July. Notably in California, Athens will also be impacted. A CalFresh program spokesperson tells me that right now they're still waiting for guidance from the state and a timeline. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, SNAP participants will also be required to work, volunteer, or participate in job training for at least 80 hours a month. And the new restrictions will also.
And I totally agree with that.
For people who meet work requirements from.
We don't have it. I just never reapplied. Especially here in Michigan, I didn't want to deal with it. I've dealt with it for too many years. Like, I don't care. We'll survive. God will provide, and our goal is to be self-sufficient anyway. So
let's face it, everybody on SNAP was using 100% of that to fulfill almost 100% of their monthly grocery bill. While the lower income and middle income brackets paid for their entire grocery bill, each one of them, in some ways, struggling to put food on their own tables.
Children will be taught to love America. Children will be taught to be patriots. Children will be taught civic values for schools that want federal taxpayer funding. So as we close the Department of Education and we provide funding to states, we are going to make sure that these funds are not being used to promote communist ideology.
That is a problem that we have seen, not just communist, but socialist ideologies being pressed upon American children. They took away the pledge of
I don't agree with that.
which was a daily
Like-
reminder that you are inside of a nation that has its own set of laws.
If I had a child of school age, I would absolutely homeschool that child.
To the customs of that country. You cannot walk into another country and hate that nation and expect to get away with whatever you want to do for free. Our laws are clear. You can. This video was posted by the White House official social media post. Refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse
Okay.
illegal orders.
We're definitely not going. All right. Not going to go through all of that. I really hope, more people tune in. Pardon me while I share this to a couple more people. And yes, we will be talking about a lot more things tonight. So Lynn, if you're on, you're listening. I will be talking about a lot more things about our homestead and what we're doing and what we have going on. Besides, like showing a little bit of, or letting you guys listen to a little bit of what's going on. We'll talk about that stuff. And again, I have a lot to cover that has to do with our homestead. So, yeah. So, Lynn Freud, if you're listening, if you are on, which I do hope you get on and listen, like I said, I will be covering a lot more things than just. I hate it when I get stupid pop-ups on my computer. They annoy me. Just trying to get this out to some people. Send it to Dina, why not? Be nice to get some people listening from Oklahoma. Anyway, all right, like I said, I wanted to get that out to a few more people. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back and we'll pull up the next one, which is it's a nationwide emergency. This one was out yesterday afternoon. No, this morning.
I've got some pretty shocking statistics here for you folks.
Nationwide emergency.
Employment is continuing to decline. 6,000
The fight has started.
This is the sixth or fifth
Talking about the war.
contraction consecutively. During this time period, manufacturing jobs dropped off 6,000, the lowest level we have seen in years.
But we're going to get up early tomorrow, and we actually are going to get up early because all I have to do before I go to bed is brush my teeth.
They've fallen almost 200,000
so yay.
2023's peak. Transportation, warehouse employment, we've just plunged another 30,000, and a lot of employers across the U.S.
So if any of you have any questions about anything, any health-related anything, like, leave a question. Let me know. You know, put your question in the comments in the chat, and I will talk about it. If I have to look it up, we'll cover it, and I will answer your question.
Time in Illinois, New York, Texas, Louisiana, California. There were all these videos circulating that classrooms were pretty much empty because all of the illegal students weren't showing up for class. And then you see videos like this where people so afraid that their children who are in the country illegally are going to get picked up and taken out of this country. Then the parents picked up because the police will have the leverage of the children there. You see them actually pulling them out of the school buses.
You know, just remember, you guys, not only get on here, but remember to share these. Get on, share them.
Shoot on the back of this because they were in such a rush to get their children out and back home. I hope that each one of these people who are here illegally understand the crime that they have committed, the situation that they are in, get in a vehicle and go back to their home country of origin. You know, like, reapply, get into this country legally, and be a part of this community. That's my hope, and I don't know what you think about it, but you guys let me know
that's just
down
weird.
in the comment box.
I think we can all agree that the country is very divided right now, but I think the reason for that is simply that liberals and conservatives don't live in the same world.
That's funny.
Illegal immigration is the world. Liberals live in a world where it's not clear what a man or a woman is. Illegal immigration is completely fine, and it's my body,
That's
my
too
choice
funny.
until it comes to
He says injections here.
nations. Oh, and I almost forgot the biggest one. Trump is completely bad and he's a dictator. And conservatives live in a world where a man is a man and a woman is a woman, and we need borders. We also understand that the government getting bigger is not a good thing, and you can't just give stuff out for free because at the end of the day, someone has to pay for it. We also live in a world where we understand that
I want to work on my crochet, but I think it would take up too much room right here.
There's going to be things that he does in the future we don't like.
Honestly, it's those things that Trump does in the future that we're not going to like. That's one of the scariest points to me because I believe that the power that is being constructed across the country, including the detention of the Fourth Amendment,
work on some stuff to show you guys things of what I'm doing.
Into a very, very scary position. And I'll tell you something.
I know I was working on this
issue that just took place. Well, what really happened? She started to go against the grain of the current administration. She lost her job. She lost her followers. She started getting actual, literal death threats against her. If you look at the voicemail that started happening, people were.
Would you do me a favor and take care of this? I don't want to put this in the bag up here.
And that's the power dynamic that I'm scared of the most.
I don't want mice getting into the bag.
But he's not Hitler. And generally speaking, we have similar perspectives about the world that our parents and our grandparents did as well. So to all my conservatives out there fighting the good fight, I would encourage you not to even argue or entertain liberals who just have insane ideology.
So that's a very well-spoken, intelligent young man there. Here we've got some video over in New York City, folks, where they said ICE would never go. One of Mondambi's major promises was that ICE would not be in New York City. You can see this is a recent video. We've got a Call of Duty Black Ops 7 advertisement up in the upper left-hand corner. That game was just released last week or the week before. We did a little bit of metadata and geoscaping on this video itself.
I can't keep this from falling backwards.
Not just New York. This is
I want to show you guys.
Enforcement operation.
My little quote blocks. I think I'm going to work on these. Color was I using? Brown?
Whatever.
Okay, listen to what this lady says.
No, I was using the green.
I'm shutting down a plant due to an accident.
ICE is about to drop out 30,000 people. Another 30,000 people off the job list.
Yep.
And it's what happens when four corporations run America's entire meat supply like a cartel.
I hope that wasn't the one Aaron stole.
Political donations and lobby money, letting the big four do whatever the hell they want.
So she's absolutely right. You have just a number of corporations out there controlling the entire meat industry.
I don't know what he stole.
Money by guess who? Bill Gates.
Wait, do I have scissors in
You
here?
know that there is so much of McDonald's meat and the meat that you see today that has been actually pushed, touched in some way by Bill Gates.
I might have to have you check in the purple tote right there to see if there's scissors.
The Bayer Monsanto only growable food crops, whether it is trying to give and poison. You saw it happen in Sweden.
Yeah, you know the purple tote that's up here?
Poisoning the cows so that they have less gas. But the cows are actually dying because you can't mess with
It's the only purple tote up here.
an animal system like that. So she's right.
And when they close a plant, ranchers get crushed.
Yeah, I don't think my all my scissors are like not in here for some reason. I had 2 pair of scissors.
Options. The entire country.
Say, be careful of the.
Smithfield ham comes to mind.
Like that.
So Donald Trump is in line with this because
I want to use a book and put it into the back of. There should have been just a pair of scissors in that tote somewhere.
I'm looking.
Just like loose.
This is exactly what you're going to see. You're not going to have access to power. The National Guard won't arrive on time if you're.
Be careful of that because it's got a crochet hook in it. At least it should have.
This video is a helicopter drop of supplies to the Vietnamese people who just underwent a very hard and long flooding emergency. You can see the locals running to it, trying to get the supplies.
Hang on, I need a pair of scissors.
Now I want you to.
I don't wonder.
In
Where the hell did my?
In your city. When they come and they drop goods off, are you going to be there?
They might actually be underneath all that yarn.
A group that is actually.
Because that's the tote we had in the kitchen.
The Middle East, where they drop these, it's a riot right now.
I was going to look in there and see if it was
guys, the fastest ones, the ones who can do the most amount of force multipliers.
I looked underneath the yard. It's not in here.
First, if you're not
So there's nothing in the bottom.
And that's why being a prepper.
Scott, that's the one we had in the kitchen.
You don't like these individuals running to the helicopter.
Sorry, I'm trying to find my scissors because I need scissors if I'm going to work on my sewing. And I want to work on my sewing a little bit so you guys could see that a little bit more.
You see here is the troops actually throwing on.
Okay. So again, I'm not going to get too far into these because actually let that one go a lot farther than I was planning on. So I apologize for that. So I will.
Pretty shocking statistics here for you folks. We've got
Really?
the US.
Okay. I will show you guys the garden.
Here.
It looks like I'll have to get. I don't understand. Really? Alright. Hang on, guys. I wanted to show you. This is the garden. Faith First Farm and Homestead. There's. Oh, man. Still dealing with that. I'm going to shut this off. Hopefully, you guys can see this. I don't understand why that glare happens like that. That picture. Dang it. Is the garden. And I don't understand why it's glaring so much without the light on. I always do that. Oh, I can't even. Well, the garden, the reason I wanted to show that is because here chickies. You can't. Dang it, I will see that too. I don't understand why my phone does that. It's such a glare. It's like there you go.
Surprised Aaron's not going.
There's our chickies. And then we winterize the inside of the chicken coop. And that's what it looks like. We cleaned out the bad bedding in it, and we added about probably that much pine shavings across basically the whole thing. I put new bedding in the nesting boxes. We added another tire for another nesting spot. Come on, guys. It's not that boring. I'm covering a few worldly topics and what's going on, and then we're talking about faith first here. Come on, you guys. And then on top of that, I added about that much straw, especially in the nesting boxes, and I tried to kind of spread it around the back of, and it's actually a lot warmer in there. We replaced the tarp on the top and managed to hold it down, and it's a lot warmer. So looks pretty nice in there, and they seem to really like it. So that's what's that's a good thing. Um yeah, so the garden. We've gotten almost all of the first layer of the compost on the garden. See if I can show that and put my hand over the well, I can't see it very well, but the part that's got like the green, more green is the part that we still need to get the layering done on. We're gonna get up fairly early tomorrow and do that. But I do have to work tomorrow, so that's gonna be great because
So do I.
my back is gonna be killing me. But it is what it is. And see here pretty soon we're also gonna be working on getting the goat pen, the goat barn, and the goat pen ready. No, we're not going to be able to get goats before winter. It's just too much it's too much, and I need to figure out where we're gonna be able to get goats from, that kind of thing. Uh,
Sit down.
I don't want that in the background.
No, I turned it off.
Let's say, must you sit there and play a game? I don't know how you're gonna do this without upending everything I've got sitting here. Seems like it would have been easier if you was picked up the roll of blankets and gotten under it that way. Anyway, yeah. Almost lost my needle. But yeah, I need to figure out where we can get goats from, for one, and then kind of play it by ear, because I still obviously have to get the I think I might go from this side. And get the pen ready, because I still need the cattle panel. Because with my luck, they'd still be able to get out. Because I know it's still. Oh, I'm doing good. Because goats are escape artists. So, yeah. So it'll be in the spring, I'm hoping. That's our goal. It's dairy goats in the spring. Any luck? I'm not gonna say luck, because I don't play that way. God willing. I don't know if I can do this. I'm gonna try to do it without a needle threader. Yay! I got it without a needle threader, you guys. This is part of the quilt that I'm working on, that will be for sale. Oh, did I really just do that? Dang it. I did not grab both ends. Having issues tonight. But yeah, our goal is for this spring to be able to get dairy goats. I just need to figure out where to get them from and approximately how much I'm gonna need. I've got to figure out a good place to get them, because I don't want the same kind of problems that one of my faves on YouTube has had. Yeah, actually, this is right in line. This lady, well, this channel is called The Crazy Farm Wife, and she is amazing. I love her channel.
I do too.
I absolutely love what they have going on their farm. They have quite a few dairy cows. They live on 46 acres out in West Virginia. And I mean, they're quite in the boonies. um, I've learned quite a bit from her, and she's been quite the inspiration for me, especially with the farm animals and just really trying to get busy and get going on our homestead and our farm and get our farm going. Uh, they do the dairy cows. They do have a lot more space than we do. And I do want to. She has a way that you can actually talk to her, and she does leave comments and stuff. So I'm going to try to talk to her and kind of feel out her take on what we could possibly do on 5 acres. If she thinks we could possibly have a dairy cow. I don't know. I know it would take a lot of hay. We'd have to have a storage space for that. I'd probably have to use part of the barn. I don't know how dry I could keep it. We could always get tarps. Um, use Tim's trailer for it. Throw the hay in the trailer.
There we go.
Uh, but she's very down to earth, and she's very real about her farm and her farm life, and what farming is all about. And I want to take you to.
Good morning, Piggy.
They also do pigs.
Good morning, everybody.
And they process all of their pigs, or they process their animals themselves, that they specifically.
The lab and the Department of Agriculture said that the poop was not too old for the testing that they did. So my test results that came back negative were negative. But bye, Earl. Good morning, everybody. Brand new day, a brand new week.
Introduce you to her. Like I said, it's called The Crazy Farm Wife. I'll try to see if I can put a link in the description of this for her.
It's a long weekend. I did not vlog all weekend because it was Michael's birthday. We celebrated Michael's birthday, and we had family over.
But she's been a great inspiration for me as far as getting our animals and
Baby field over there. Cleaned up sticks, cut down some more trees. It looks really nice over there.
they have calves and they have.
You're from the vet today.
Rabbits.
It's got to be.
They have bunnies. They breed bunnies.
Definitely dreading that phone call, but we need to know who all has yonis. Hopefully none of them do, but this isn't it. Even if they come up negative, we're going to be getting everybody regularly tested because it's negative now does not mean that they don't have yonis. It just means that it's not showing up yet.
And yonis is a wasting disease that can affect
these hungry cows.
Doing this morning. Cows and goats.
Which, look at this hungry cow.
I don't think it can affect pigs.
Seriously, look at him. Well, he doesn't look very fat right now, but seriously, he didn't have breakfast yet. He is a tubbo. You're a tubbo.
She's talking about her calf. His name is Loverboy. He has this cute little heart.
On his forehead.
Yeah, just right in the middle of his forehead. It's really cute.
grandma ladies are not here to eat. Where are they at? Girls!
She's talking about her cows. This is not very straight.
There they come. There they come.
Fill up my bucket walk with the other pastured cows, but hopefully they come eat. Sad eyes again. I'm gonna have to put some a bolus in your bottle. I know. Sad eyes. Hello. Good morning, beautiful Belle.
And her dairy cow, Belle, she raised from a calf. She got it from her grandma's farm. And it was a baby when she got her, and she bottle fed her and raised her. She was already weaned off from her mama.
Beauty and Eve. Eve, you are such a tank. Beautiful ladies. Good morning. It's nice to see you this morning. Such a tubbo. We still are not giving them a bale of hay yet. Just because they still have grass.
I don't know if this is before they had to put Daisy down or not.
Oh, I'm gonna throw this stuff out. This is not.
They ended up having to put their cow Daisy down because she had this wasting disease called Yoni's, and
if you have a full refrigerator, no, we give them a bale of hay. They are not gonna eat the grass down there. So we have to wait till they eat the grass, and then we'll give them another bale of hay. Well, I see the three boys. Oh, there she is. Daisy's up there.
okay, so she was still alive.
Guys, moved your trough again. I don't know. Am I gonna be able to reach that?
This is when she was getting, like, the Yoni's was getting kind of bad, starting to get worse, and
I don't know. I think my throwing arm. I think I can get it in there. Success. Now we got a little.
oh, dang it!
It's okay. The chickens will come eat that.
I just poked myself.
I'm looking so hot this morning. She's looking very sad. Which I just got a comment yesterday about Yoni isn't a death sentence. There's a I'll put the comment on. There's a sanctuary by me that has hundreds of cows and goats that have Yonis, and they're living their best life. You don't have to murder them. One, you can't murder animals. And two, does it look like Daisy's living her best life? Does it look like she's having a great time? Does it look like she feels amazing and would be happy to live on a sanctuary?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think she looks pretty miserable. So, I mean, she has good days, but you can tell she does not feel good. And Yoni's positive animals normally just waste away to nothing. So, but anyway, they're telling me that I should put her in her own pasture. Yeah, because that would make her happy too, to be all by herself, which is foolish. But a little closer look at her. Good morning, Daisy. How are you doing this morning? You look very sad. Droopy, sad ears.
She does.
Means you don't feel good. Not gonna go eat any food? All right, you'll feel better if you get some food in your tummy, maybe. You can tell when a cow doesn't feel good, their ears droop down. You can see her ears are droopy. Look who it is. It's Hubby. On your way to work. Believe me,
Have fun.
no. I'm tired.
It's cold.
It's cold. You can see my breath. Daisy doesn't feel good today. So Dan, where's that shed?
Sort.
Definitely got to work on getting that shed this week. I'm ready to not see her in the fields anymore. Look, I mean, she looks terrible today. You could tell she did not feel good. I mean, the only other thing we can do is just dig a hole and bury her. Should get the test results today. So either when you get home, I'll be either very happy or very sad. Very, 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 very sad. Well, I went in, I took a shower, and Bubby's like, Mama, the cows are eating your milking shed. So I look out the window, and all the cows are in my old milking shed where I used to milk Sally. You guys are a bunch of brats, you know that? There's no reason you need to be in there at all. Not a single reason. Seriously, what is wrong with you guys? Right here. Get out of here. Stupid. Go. Now. Go away. All of you. What are you guys bending this all up? Ridiculous. How am I going to fix all this? You guys ripped it apart. You guys just like to be a bunch of buttholes, making messes and destroying things. Which this is only temporary. We're waiting to hear back if Belle has yonis. If Belle has yonis, there's no point in building anything else. If she doesn't have yonis, we're going to try to build a permanent structure out of wood and all of that. So this was only temporary. But we're waiting to hear back because if she's yonis, there's no point in building anything.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to have a cow to milk. So
it did turn out that the rest of her cows did not have yonis. Her goats were fine. The rest of her cows were fine. It was just Daisy.
I gotta tie all this wire up.
So
You guys stay out of here.
her bowls were buttholes.
1,000 years later.
Okay, I'm done. It's all tied up. So they can't just walk in there and then break it up trying to get out. I would say this is the least secure spot just because I can't tie this part up very well because it's bent. Daisy did that, the brat, a long time ago. But there we go. Will it keep them out forever? Probably not. But it'll keep them out for now. If I see that they keep messing with it and they're ripping it apart again, I will just put an electric fence around it. They can't do that. But I don't want them in there tearing it apart, bending the poles, eating the tarp, making a mess. Plus my milker is in there. I don't want them messing that up. But it'll be really nice to have a wooden structure that we will build as soon as we find out. But that did work. Oh, it's not. But that did work really well for Sally. I mean, it worked. I had used it for like a year.
Later.
Are you ready to do chores?
She also just had a baby.
See the cows and the piggies?
Aww.
Her new baby's name is Emily.
Becky, he's bigger than you. He's getting too big for a bottle. So it's evening time. It is time for chores. I'm super excited because in less than an hour, the contractor is coming to look at the driveway, and hopefully we can get that fixed because the driveway is in terrible condition right now. And we're going to see if we can put in a retaining wall. Right here, we're going to see if we can get them to put a retaining wall in here that comes up around. And then the garden, we're going to rip this one out because that's terrible. And it's so small and it takes up like a waste of space. All this is a waste of space. And this is a pain in the butt.
No, I kind of
So we're going to bring the garden the whole
do this so you guys can see my.
all of this is going to be garden. It's going to be way bigger than it is right now. Are you excited, Dan?
What, garden?
Well, for the driveway and the garden.
Driveway, definitely.
It'll look nice. I'm excited.
Garden will be nice.
It'll be nice. And then I can tear out that ugly thing and put up some nice wire and what do you call it? Poles in the ground.
For the goats, for the dairy goats, I am considering possibly getting some solar fencing.
Joe, proud of them. doing all the work for me.
But
When your animals to work,
Yep.
did you check if the animal was labor?
I think they enjoy the work I'm putting them to, though.
I don't know. They look pretty miserable in there. All that hard work you're putting into.
Are you chasing Becky? Yeah.
There's Lover Boy.
Milk from you.
Mom. Hey, we had to stop. We were probably good. We probably would have gone on, but I didn't expect us to watch as much of it as we did. I hadn't downloaded it anymore.
Oh.
So we got through the rest of season 11 and then ran out of stuff.
Aaron, can you give me one of my water bottles over there? Thank you.
No problem. So I have to download the whole season 12 and possibly season 13.
Wow.
Not that we'll be able to watch anything until after she gets back anyways.
Right.
Are you guys hungry?
She's leaving Wednesday.
Just pray for safe travels there and back.
A hobbit's tale.
Really?
we both thought the same thing. We
Yeah.
just went at it a bit different.
They're in bath again.
Well, that seam I did on these pants seems to have held up all right.
That's good.
Especially because it's in a rather unfortunate spot. You see?
Yeah. I ripped my old pants more today working out there in the garden.
Oh, guess what?
What?
We or the dog got loose.
Yeah, we had to basically chase the dog.
How'd she get loose?
She probably rubbed herself on the ground until her chain let loose.
Needs a lock on it.
We were working in the garden.
Yeah, we caught her in the Amish.
Yeah, the couple of the Amish kids, yeah. A couple of the Amish kids helped us out.
What a pain in the butt.
She went inside and grabbed a piece of meat
Lunch meat.
and finally got her to come up to her and
Get it off warm in here. You want me to turn this off?
I'll turn it off in a little bit.
Love you.
Love you too, Aaron.
Bye around.
All right.
Thanks, Shelly.
Yeah, I gotta download more Doctor Who. Like all of season 12, possibly.
Well, at least you guys got to hang out and
Yeah, it was nice.
it's
I also had
good.
some of their food.
Love you, Aaron. Yeah, they ended up having to put Daisy down. All right. Sit up for a minute. All right.
I'm hoping that the piglets don't expect anything because it's been a while since we tried to catch them. So I'm hoping that they're not trying to stay away from me, knowing what's going to happen. We'll see, because I want that big one caught first if you really can do it.
Yeah, they were trying to get the pigs in the garden area.
As soon as we talk to the designer, we will be adding on. I'm super excited about that too. Hopefully we start beginning of next year with a whole renovation of our house, and we will be bringing you guys along with us for the whole thing. Spoiler alert, we will be starting a second YouTube channel to document that. We will be sharing it on this channel, but the other channel will be going more in depth, longer videos on just the house. So we'll be doing another channel for that to kind of keep it separate a little bit. But that is all for today, and I will see you later.
Okay, so yeah, so Crazy Farm Wife, she's definitely one of the ones that she's inspired me a lot. So, like, I'm really, really happy with, her and her channel and just things that I've learned from her. You know, she's kind of really helped me make up my mind a lot more on farm animals and that kind of thing. Oh, I've Creeper, Doug, and Stacy are live, so I'm gonna bring these guys up.
Channel 5, that was a big story that just broke, and they just nonchalantly just told you that little planes are going to be flying in your area while they do scanning of the earth, low flying, so they can scan the earth with electromagnetic fields, by the way. And they're going to be blasting you with this electromagnetic field. I didn't hear anything, no sound. Really? Can you hear us now? Hold on.
Oh, that's great. Well, I'm sorry, guys. I was hoping that there would be more people on. Tried to share it. Hope you guys haven't gotten bored. Other
minerals. What happens, do you think, if they find cobalt or other minerals on your land that the DOD wants? Okay? Just think about that for a hot second. Let's try it again.
They ain't getting our property.
All right, hold on. We got to get past this commercial here.
And guess what kind it is? It's a
pharmaceutical commercial.
Can you guys hear?
Yeah, they ain't getting our property. I did see a low-flying plane earlier when we were out in the garden, so...
I've seen a couple. Just today.
I'm kind of tired. But it's a little early for me to go to sleep. Or try to go to sleep. I think I'm gonna skip that.
I can't even believe they say that. I can't even believe they said that. Did you guys hear that one? The audio is gone again. I don't know what to tell you guys.
On my nose.
All right, here, I'll read you the story, y'all. Here we go. Doug, the newscaster. Government will deploy low-flying airplanes to scan Missouri and Illinois for critical minerals as early as next week, the United States Geological Society's representative told 5 on your side. This is mainstream news, y'all. The story just broke on the 21st. Today's the 24th. Quietly slipped it in on Friday. The government will soon deploy low-flying aircraft to sweep Missouri and the Midwest states over the next year, scanning the ground for the presence of critical minerals. The U.S. Geological Survey announced Wednesday that it will scan maps of Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin as part of the Earth Mapping Resources Initiative to find minerals designated under critical. That's your designation. So when they find them, they're coming to knock on your door. Critical to the nation's economy and security.
Yeah, I don't believe that they wouldn't do
for modern technology using other intelligence data and artificial intelligence data centers. You guys hear that? Both Missouri and Illinois residents can expect to see the scanning aircraft as early as this week,
November 24th.
USGS Senior Public Affairs Specialist
Lovely.
MGOT told 5 on your side on Thursday.
Oh, my knees hurt.
that aircraft won't collect any photography or video data and will only be
Yeah, right.
either.
I don't believe that either.
We tip sensors to collect the data. Click here for the full list of counties in both states expected to be scanned. Missouri, in particular, is expected to contain some of the nation's largest deposits of numerous critical minerals, with the state's San Francisco Mountains being one of the few places in the country to have confirmed cobalt deposits. According to the Missouri Department of Natural Resources, Missouri has.
Hope they don't get pushed out. Hi, whoever you are. Hopefully it's Mandy or I don't know. Hey guys. Say hi, guys. Talk to me. Okay. I'm just gonna pause this. Yes, you can pause live. Because they're live too. So faith first. Our businesses. I did get the batch of the soap done. I'm still working on blankets. Obviously, I haven't gotten a whole lot done on quilts. I have not had a lot of time to pour into this. I'm working on things, little by little. I don't even know where my pins are. Excuse me. Oh, where are my pins? Don't tell me I don't have my freaking pins. You know what? I might not have my pins. Are you kidding me? I think my thing of pins are in freaking Oklahoma. Why they would be, I have no idea. Why are my pins in Oklahoma? Why and how? They should have been in this bag. Yeah, that does not make me happy. Not at all. I do have what was my sister's sewing kit. Linda. But I do not understand why I don't have my thing of pins. I'm gonna have to buy another one. Thankfully, I just got it at Dollar General. So. I am gonna start making the candles one of these days. That's probably gonna be more of a after I get the garden done kind of thing. Because wow, I'm dumb. Oh, I don't want to break that. I just realized where they were. I'm smart. Really hope I didn't screw that up. I just realized where they were. And I'm the dumb one. I did forget my little plastic thing of my pins. But I do have my pin cushion. My pin cushion. Yeah. So I mean, it's still going to be quite a while before any quilts or blankets are ready for sale. But the soaps, if you want any, they are the peppermint charcoal detox bar, and they are $5 a piece. I will sell If you want 2, I will sell 2 for $8. I will take Chime, Cash App. I still don't think I will do I would be willing to do paper checks. I don't know. I'm very leery about that because I don't want to deal with checks bouncing. So I think I'm just gonna go with Chime, Cash App. I do have PayPal. I don't use it. Unfortunately am not set up to do credit cards. That's why I said Chime, Cash App. Now I do have Zelle attached to my bank account, and I would take a Zelle payment, but you will not get product until I get paid. So if you want soap, you send me the money and then I get, or if you live near me, give me the cash, because I will also take cash, obviously. Then you'll get your product. And they are packaged neatly. They look very nice. They turn out very good. I have been using it, and it's an amazing soap. I love it. It makes my skin feel very nice, and it's very detoxing. I haven't used it yet tonight, but you can use it every day. It's very mild, very gentle. It's goat's milk soap milk. It's goat's milk soap base. Can't talk. And a triple butter soap base, which is mango butter, shea butter, and cocoa butter. That's what the triple butter is. And then peppermint essential oil and activated charcoal. That's it. That's all that's in it. Nothing else. Like I said, they're an amazing soap bar, and I do have to get more supplies before I can really make a bunch of different types of bars, which I want to do. But I do need to get more supplies, so and I'm gonna be working on that. I'm gonna be getting some more beeswax and some glasses. I'm gonna just get some essential oils. And I'm going to start making homemade candles, beeswax candles. I will not do even remade candles made out of old, smelly, toxic candles. I won't do that. I will be working on the cookbooks. I think I'm going to start pulling out $20 out of every paycheck out of both me and Scott's checks to try to see if I can get the money saved back fairly quickly to get the cookbooks. because I will have to order 100 at a time, as I've said before, and it's going to cost me at least $1,000. So, and I'll probably have to put that money in my bank account and order it that way, because I don't think I can use Chime or Cash App. So, next year on the gardens, we're definitely going to be. I really think we're going to be extending our garden. I think I want to connect where the raised bed garden is at out there to include the rhubarb patch, the 3 strawberry beds, and the main garden that we had this year. And probably the herb beds. And I'm going to fence all the way around that.
Was the global leader in the lead production in the late 19th and earliest 20th century. The region has.
I think they were already done with their live. Anyway, yeah, so I think I want to extend it. It's going to be a lot more work, a lot more compost, cardboard leaves. But I'm actually getting to where we've got quite a bit of cardboard right now because I've been able to bring quite a bit home from work, so that helps. But right now I have the one layer, it's almost across the whole garden. The one layer it's going to be about like this deep of the compost on the garden. And then we're going to go like probably this deep of leaves on top of that. Then cardboard, then more compost. Because we have to move that whole compost pile. Which is going to be backbreaking, but hey. But we're going to be probably working on that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that tomorrow. I really need to, though. So I'm just going to have to get out there and try. I'm going to have to get up fairly early and. Yeah, why you go to bed fairly early? I don't know. I'm tired. Trying to work on my sewing a bit. Might put this up and work on my blanket. But what's going to happen with the garden as it's composting, like it'll compost down some, but it's going to create a really, really nice, rich garden soil. You know, like as everything composts down. Oh. Now, the top layer of compost is going to have to be quite deep. So, it's probably going to have to be about a foot deep all the way across, if not higher, or if not more. That garden's probably going to be like as tall as the fence. Yeah. I might just kind of get some pallets. I have to start looking for them. I haven't really been looking much for pallets. But get some pallets and wood scrap material. And I might just build a bed wall around it. And have it be just a huge raised garden. Which, I mean, I would still have to get up into. Because I should be able to take care of it, but. And I will probably get some posts so I can hang netting over it. I also would like to set it up to where I can kind of do a hoop cover over it, because if everything is being sprayed in the skies and that kind of thing, I don't want all that crap in the garden if I can help it. So we shall see. Yeah, I'm very tired of that working out in the garden. Oh, wow. Hello. How are you doing tonight? Nope.
Huh?
Nope. It's great to hear from somebody. And we were talking about our gardens. We're just kind of discussing what we're gonna be, how we're gonna be doing our garden beds, and like our main garden, on how we're layering it, is I'm following the lasagna gardening. And I would like to actually get back into that book and do some more videos, informational videos on it. I just have not had time. I also want to do some more informational videos out of the No Grid Survival projects, because I really feel like that's information everybody needs to have. I mean, eventually we're not going to be able to get that information online. So, but it's kind of a, new experiment kind of thing with the garden, but I think it's going to work really well, because we're going to have the old chicken bedding, and whoops. Yeah, so I'm kind of experimenting and doing that layer gardening and see how it works out. And if I'm right, it should work out pretty good. So we've got the old chicken bedding for in the compost, and a lot of that dirt that's underneath it is really, really dark, very rich soil. Like, we've got some soil that's underneath a lot of that compost that's almost black. I mean, it's really, really nice soil. Another thing I've thought about, and this kind of leans towards the business too. I've actually thought about getting into raising mealworms. for chickens and, for people to buy them, which, I mean, obviously we would use them as well for our chickens. And chickens love mealworms, and they're so healthy for your chickens. And, just add more nutrients to your eggs and that kind of thing. Um, but I also want to get into worm composting. Letting trees rot is a good idea. Also try leaves from your trees, making it into cutting it up into leaf mulch with a mower will actually help them compost faster. If you have or can get a hold of chicken manure, especially this fall, old chicken bedding, um goat manure, rabbit manure, and then just your old straw, if you can find someone to get it from, be a great addition to your garden. Yeah, chicken manure is awesome. It has to compost for about 6 to 8 months, but it is great. It's one of the things that's in our old compost pile that we're having to move away from our fruit tree because it's too close to our nectarine tree. And we're just putting it in our garden and using it to help make the lasagna garden layers for our garden. So, but I'm getting cardboard from work, and that'll help, kind of add substance to it, and it breaks down. And we also when we have those egg cartons, they're not the styrofoam ones, the almost peat type egg cartons. When we have those that get tore up or whatever, or that rip or that we can't use anymore, I just tear those up and throw them in the compost, and those can also be used. I have a couple of tubs of compost up here at the house that we've been putting coffee grounds in, and I've been bringing coffee grounds home from work. You can also compost the paper filters. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we don't have dogs for our chickens. We have to keep ours penned up. We also live fairly close to the road, which is another reason why I would not let them run all over the place. I would like to fence in our backyard, so I could do that as long as I could fence in our garden to where they couldn't get into our garden. Then I would definitely like to let them run around, but still make sure they had, their solid coop at night. Um, we had to build a new one because our old one had a hole in it where coons were getting into at night. Oh, I'll have to keep that in mind. Thank you for that. Potato peelings. I don't usually peel my potatoes, though. We usually eat the potato skins because it has the most nutrients in it. Unfortunately, we only had one potato plant that did anything this year, so we ate those at Thanksgiving for our dinner with our daughter yesterday. They're good. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind, potato peelings, because I definitely want to start doing worm composting and to add that extra to our compost beds and our garden beds. So now you're not going to have crap if you don't have worms doing their job. Because worms literally create that golden soil for you. I'm saying. I have to remember that. I've actually kind of thought about getting a guard dog for our chickens and for our farm animals because we will be getting dairy goats. Yeah, the worms definitely make a great difference. Uh, I mind about the dogs. The channel that I introduced on here called The Crazy Farm Life, she has a couple of Great Pyrenees on her farm too. They have a lot more space, but I'm actually gonna try to find out, what we can do on our farm with just 5 acres and see if there's a possibility if we can do a dairy cow because I would like the milk. I would probably put the money into a milker. I will do that. Thank you. Uh, yeah, I would have to get a milker because I don't know how good I would be at milking by hand. I understand the process of it all, but don't know if my wrists could handle it because I have problems with my wrists, so I would have to have like a milking air. Yeah, dang it, tired. And that gardening work, bending over and shoveling that compost pile. But we're gonna be doing that for a few days to get that done. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it tomorrow. But yeah, if I can get like the worms going real well with worm composting, I would even be willing to sell like, a starter worm compost, composting worms or whatever for gardens. We're gonna be doing a separate. Dang, I can't hardly stop yawning. We're gonna be doing a separate medicinal garden. Jeez, my brain's just like ugh. I want to do a separate perennial garden with some older style perennial vegetables that will just continue to grow every year without really doing much with them. I mean, and that's continuous food. Some of it you can even leave in the ground. You don't even have to pull it up. It's great in cold weather. Excuse me. Like I check out a lot of videos like that throughout the week. Um Like I said, that's a good idea too, selling the worms for people who fish for bait. I wouldn't mind actually being able to go, but we don't really have great areas around here to be honest. Um Thought about putting a pond in and like adding fish to it, but I don't know if we'd be able to put a big enough one in. But I mean, it would be food. But again, I don't know if we'd be able to put a big enough one in. But I do want to find out, and talk to some people and find out if we, could possibly do a dairy cow. Because we have 5 acres. I also want to finish getting my fruit trees and my fruit bushes, which I'm hoping we can do. Okay, I will remember that for sure. So I know with your compost, you're supposed to like flip it. I know I had to of the things they had to do with we would be able to milk the cow, but I would definitely have to get one of the milkers, like with a pump. The channel that I've been watching called The Crazy Farm Wife, she has a generator that she plugs hers into. So, I don't know. I would probably have to do something like that because I would just have to be able to make sure that they had a good shelter. Nah, mine's just carpal tunnel from too many years cashiering. Yeah, I just need to make sure that we could build a good enough shelter barn for her. And I do want the dairy goats. Yeah. I don't know many people that have goats around our area, but I've also heard that they're kind of difficult to deal with because they die at pretty much everything. I don't know. Something I want to try, but I'm getting tired, losing my train of thought. Are you really falling asleep? Um, yeah. And I wouldn't mind like selling, like little things for bait for people that fish, or worm compost starters for worm compost, whatever, mealworms. And we'll definitely have our homemade soaps and beeswax candles. Just gotta get a couple more things to get more into making the candles and I think with the candles I'm going to just make some plain ones and see how those are and just start out selling just a few plain ones and I'll get some essential oils. I don't really want to add much scent to them though. And thank you for that because like I said I was kind of wondering about what would be a good farm dog. Now we're taking care of our daughter's dog right now, but she's a mix. She has pit in her and I mean she's a baby. She's a pain in the butt, but she's a baby. She's not a puppy, but she's a butthead, but she's a baby. All she wants to do is play. Um, I have some fencing that I want to put up a play area for her. Cause she just wants to play all the time. But I do want, oh geez, I do want a good farm dog. So I definitely want to get one. Yeah, I can't trust ours with our chickens either. I can't let ours near our chickens. Well, our daughter's dog, I can't let her near our chickens. So, because she's a butthead. She was, before she was like in a house with a family, she was, a friend of ours had her, and he had a property that was kind of on a mountain in Oklahoma, and she basically just ran around and did whatever she wanted, and she killed a couple of his chickens. So yeah, so definitely can't trust our daughter's dog around chickens either. But I want to make a play area for her, so I don't have to really worry about her. And we're only taking care of her until our daughter's actually able to get, because they want a property, a small homestead property to be able to, have a small homestead and that kind of thing. But eventually. But I do want a good farm dog, so I will look into the Great Pyrenees for sure. I will be building a structure for the farm stand. And I think what I'm going to do is look into getting the greenhouse plastic, not the greenhouse panels, the plastic greenhouse panels, and like using it to build part of it. I have some materials. I'm going to be collecting up on some more wooden pallets and that kind of thing. Probably going to end up using that. And then I'll just paint it so it looks nice and, maybe even do some like little artsy things on it. And I'll make sure it's enclosed, and I'll have Aaron help me build a door frame with a good door. And we'll even like put a screen on it, and I'll have it to where, I have like maybe even a tarp that I can pull down and connect at the bottom to, for when it's closed and that kind of thing. But I'll also have it to where it locks. So, yeah. But that way I can keep, our farm stand stuff in our farm stand. Probably even in the cold, as long as it's nothing that will freeze that will be that big of a deal. Got our heater on, and it is way too warm in here. I'm pulling my hair back, guys, because I am way too hot. Way, way, way too hot. Anyway, so I think I've about covered what we were going to talk about. Oh, our greenhouse. Yeah, the other thing that I've made my mind up, I'm definitely going to build it, is the greenhouse. Probably won't get it this winter because we technically needed it already, but that just didn't happen. So, what can I do? And we still have to fix the trailer. I've got to get more roofing panels for that. I still want to kind of still want to add on to it, but I don't know if I'm going to because of where it is, and I don't really want to move it. So I don't know. I do want to fix it up though for our friend Andrew, who is still in Oklahoma, who will eventually be coming up here. Yes, it was great chatting with you too, and I hope you videos, and remember to like and share the videos, and just continue doing your research because it's really important. Thank you very much for checking us out, and then you have a great night. um but yeah, our friend Andrew is still planning on coming up here, I want to make sure he has a place, when he does get up here. So, and I'm still working on getting more seeds for our garden. Especially, we combine those two areas I was talking about. It's way too hot in here. Hang on, guys. I've got to get up. I've got to. There goes my mouse. I have to. Surprised this computer's not overheating. Kind of is. Oh, boy. Okay. I'm trying not to upend everything. This computer is so warm. That was the bad part about doing this up here. I've got to shut this heater off. I should not have left that on. It was really, really... It was cold up here. It really was. But now it's too warm. So our heater works really well. Alright. Oh my gosh. Oh, my back still hurts so bad. It's another reason why I'm debating on whether or not I want to work out in that garden tomorrow. Probably for the night, to be honest. Okay, Scott, I'm gonna have you do me a favor. I'm gonna have you go down and...
That means I'm gonna have to get up. Okay.
I need some orange juice. You can use one of my colored rippled glasses, but I need some orange juice. My throat is kind of feeling funky, and yeah. I'm gonna put my sewing away. Sorry, guys. This is kind of weird at the moment. We are getting up there on time, though. It was really nice to have a new person on here. I love it when new people come on. Just really, really great when that happens. I love, seeing the new people show up.
Get myself some.
I don't care. Just make sure it's... You can use one of those cups. Don't use a big one.
I'll use mine.
That's fine. Got some orange juice, trying to not to let it get gone too quickly. Yeah, it's great to see, when new people come on. We've gotten a few new subscribers, which is nice. And I'm gonna, continue to pump the videos out here, and I have another one to put up when I was working in the garden. Yeah. So the greenhouse, I think honestly I'm gonna collect materials and wasn't sliding off. Oh my gosh, my back. I might have to take some ibuprofen. Back really hurts. build the greenhouse next year. So, I think we're gonna get off from Doug and Stacy. We'll go back to Crazy Farm Life.
Look at the back tire. So is it actually pumped up this time? Yeah. Morning, everybody. It's raining. I did not know it was supposed to rain. Good morning, everybody. It's a very, very chilly morning. A very noisy morning. Jasmine's being very noisy because she wants her breakfast. So we're going to see what we can get into today. But first things first, we got to feed the heifers. Got to feed the steers, Daisy and Gaston. And then check on our piggies that we moved last night and see how they are doing. Hi, Earl. You watch the place while we're going. Hi, he's going to be good.
Yeah, you guys can't really see that. I don't know if I shut the... Nope. That's the problem. All right, we're going to shut that off. That is... I have a really hard time shutting this off.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
See if that helps. Probably not, but we'll see. No. I tried. Nothing helps. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to I'm still not sure if I want to buy a greenhouse or build one. Probably be better to build one. 'Cause I mean, like, there's something else to show on the channel, right? You know, and
Well, that's definitely a little
not
scary.
only that,
I would say just pick a bank and
it puts our resources to use. And that's, as I said before, that's one of the things that this has been all about, is using what we have to build our homestead up. So, but I'm definitely going to be getting more seeds. I'm going to be going a lot of heirloom, as much heirloom seeds as I can get.
Poor Daisy's looking so
I have pause that. I have quite a few. Like, I have a lot of. Yeah, I actually did pretty good this year on stocking up on a lot of seeds. But we still need a lot more. And my goal is to have at least a 5-year supply. So, I know I don't have that yet. Thank you. Too fast or I'll get hurt really bad. Don't get out of bed with that.
How was it going to?
Anyway, like I said, we did pretty good. And I want to make sure we have enough. Yeah, I do need to get, I want to get one of the seed boxes. One of the seed box container thingies that has those little mini plastic seed boxes to put your seed packets in to organize. So I'm gonna have to look those up. But yeah, so that's our goal. Trying to, figure out if I really do, I'm really kind of maybe leaning towards a dairy cow plus dairy goats, we'll see. But my other goal is to work on business a lot and get us to where we can float the homestead without one of us having to work. So, and I do like my job, but
I like mine too.
I really, really, really want to be able to put into the homestead, so. But I need the job right now, so. So, that's our goals, to collect materials, build the greenhouse. I probably won't get it done this year. I'm going to have to designate an area in the house to start seeds when they're supposed to be. We got to get our trees, our fruit bushes, because that's going to be the whole part of that perennial food forest. And food, when we can't go to the grocery store, we have a lot of other stuff to stock up on as far as that goes. I do need to designate areas to be able to grow food for our animals. That's one of the reasons why it's kind of a iffy thing on the dairy cow, but we'll see. And I'm going to go ahead and get off from here, you guys, because it's almost 2 hours, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Didn't really lean too much on videos and whatnot, but you guys got to see my sewing a little bit. I was going to show my crochet, but it's taking up too much space. Again, if you guys have any questions, if any of you would like one of the soaps, please leave comments on the video and let me know. And I will get back with you, because that's part of the business, is the Faith First Farm and Homestead, homemade soaps. Our candles are definitely going to be, we have other stuff that's still for sale. I just haven't had my farm stand out. We have crocheted dish rags, crocheted coaster sets. We have hand-painted mugs, hand-painted t-shirts. What? I have a couple of little painted rocks. I have not finished any of the other ones yet. Painting just takes me a long time right now because I just don't have a lot of time to put into it, unfortunately, and I have to go back to work tomorrow, so. And I've got to get the garden done. We've got to work on the goat pen. We did get the chicken coop done, so that's something checked off our list. Now we just have to, keep adding to it every week. Every, few days a week or whatever. But that garden's got to get done, and that's going to take a while, because we've got to get the compost pile moved. We got to get leaves on top of it. And I'm hoping there'll be enough of the compost pile to where it'll be kind of like half and half with what we're doing now. And we get the leaves on top of that, and then the cardboard, and then more compost, about probably 14 inches deep, if not 18. Because as it composts down, you want a good depth to your soil so your crops will grow the way they need to. Because I think that was part of the problem with some of my stuff this year, is the roots couldn't go deep enough. So, My tomatoes turned out good, even though I ended up throwing out my green ones because I left them too long and they molded. I didn't have a chance to get to them beforehand, but gotta work on that time thing. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off from here, you guys, and you guys can all watch the replay. And again, thank you for watching, and please join us on every live, and I'm thinking I'll have Sunday and Monday off, so it's either going to be Sunday or Monday. Please join us on every live. Like and share the videos. Get this information out there. Do your research. Do your preps. Do your chores. Have some fun with your family. Maybe a couple of really good friends. And do some more research. And you know what? Say a prayer. Keep God in your life. Turn to God. Keep Christ first. First and foremost. And keep that research going. Talk to me, you guys. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. I want to hear from you guys. Leave comments. If you're interested in the hand-painted t-shirts and the hand-painted mug, the new subscriber package, let me know. And I will definitely work on getting you one. I will see you guys in the next video, which I have another one to upload. And I'll probably do some more tomorrow. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Do your research. Like and share the video. Share them on all your platforms. And keep an eye on those subscriptions. And click on that notification bell and click on all to make sure you get all the notifications. And I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.
It was a long one.
It was almost